Hey guys, it's your boy Chris Platoon of channel Tell Me More A, and today we have One Piece every week. One Piece every week. This is the theme of One Piece every week. So, yeah, today on One Piece every week, we're doing a what if story of what if Luffy, Sabo, and Ace were all in the same pirate crew together. Also, they have hockey and stuff. So Garp taught him hockey and all that stuff. Ace didn't die. Ace went off to be a pirate at 17, and those other two showed up with him. Sabo didn't get blown up or whatever the heck happened and gotten kidnapped by, not kidnapped, but saved by the Revolutionary Army. And yeah, that's really it. I'm just gonna start off with Arc 1 because yeah, Arc 1. They kick Axe Hand Morgan's ass because he's trash. Nobody cares about him. They kick Buggy's ass because he's trash. Now I'll say this: if Buggy finds out that Ace is the son of his captain, maybe he's like, Captain, good Captain Goldie Roger and all that stuff. But then, move past all that. They kick Kuro's ass, Black Cat Kuro. He's trash too. They kick Don Krieg's trash. Obviously, Mihawk's gonna kick their ass, but he's just like, I don't really care. Or maybe he remembers because the same original first chapter still happens with Shanks and Luffy. So maybe he's like, you sound familiar. Are you the one that Shanks talk about? Maybe something like that. Then he leaves them and stuff because he's sort of cool with Shanks, sort of. Sometimes they drink together, Sometimes they drink together. But then after that, we go into Arlong. Arlong gets jumped. And by the way, they're jumping people. These three are brothers out here. They don't care. And no, they're not going to have any of the other crew except Robin. Robin's the only one that's going to be let back in the crew. No, it's going to be too complicated if I include the other crews and stuff. Sorry, Zoro. He's my boy, but I got to let him go. But yeah, after that, after kicking Arlong's butt, they go into Log Town or Rogue Town, whichever you want to call it. And they mess up our boy Smoker because this time they all have hockey and Smoker's not that much of a threat. So they whoop him up. I'm skipping all of the Little Garden, Big Garden, the whatever, Sakura Island stuff. We're skipping all that stuff straight to Alabasta. Straight to Alabasta. They're going to go fight Crocodile. They whoop up Crocodile because they have hockey. And at this point, what's his name? Ace also gets his Meri no Mi. And I should also mention, Sabo won't be getting any devil fruits, but I will essentially he got trained by Garp, so he's the real successor, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say that guy's name because you know how I feel about him, and I don't want his fans to come out here and be like, "Oh, why are you talking about a boy like this? He has great character development, and he's just undecisive." I'm like, I don't care, none of my business. But yeah, he's the real honesty impact guy. But yeah, he can punch mountains and stuff. He's not quite at that level yet. He's gonna get at that level, but we're slowly building up. They whoop up what's his name, Crocodile, because they jump him. None of his maybe Mr. One puts up a fight, but he's getting beat up too. They all get wrecked. Nico Robin joins the crew. Now it's the four of them, and the four of them head to Skypiea. When they go to Skypiea, Ace is now a Logia. Luffy is immune to what's his name, NL's attacks. Ooh, burps. And we have Sabo, who's all hockeyed up and ready to mess up any Logia. So sorry about that. Maybe that's what he does to NL. He just burps in his face, and NL's like, and he falls. But yeah, they whoop up NL. Nico Robin reads them about the what's called poneglyphs and tells them about the secrets and stuff. And maybe what's his name, Ace cries about his dad writing whatever message his dad wrote. He's like, "Oh, my dad was here." And by the way, Ace's reason for being at sea is just to find out more about his dad and get to know what type of man his dad is. While for Luffy is it's his original dream. He wants to be Pirate King because freedom or whatever. He wants to free his friends or whatever the heck his dream is that Oda hasn't told us. Then we have what's his name, Sabo. And well, with Sabo, his thing is just he wanted to be free from that aristocratic life he was brought up into, then bullied and all that stuff. So that's why he's going on the trip with his brothers. That's their stuff. That's the reason. Don't come at me. I'm keeping it simple. I'm just brainstorming as I go. Now they go into before Eni's lobby. They go and fight Aokiji. And no, I'm not going to talk about Ringo Island and that dude. That's always going to be ignored by me. But yeah, they go and fight what's his name, Aokiji, and this time they actually put up a very very good fight against Aokiji. In fact, Aokiji backs up. Aokiji's like, okay, you guys have haki. He's a fire Logia, so he's kind of a little bit my counter. And you, Mr. Sabo, you're out here almost punching large, or at least half a mountain or something, because I think as they go, they get stronger and stronger. And at this point, Luffy realizes, that's true, I have haki and all that stuff, but I can do more with my devil fruit. And this is where I think he starts learning how creating his gears and stuff. This is where he creates Gear 1 and Gear 2 mixed with haki. They go to Eni's lobby, whoop. Basically, that's just an easy run for them. The government tries to come and steal Nico Robin. Same thing with Hiei. I don't know how I want to call him that, but same thing with Aokiji. He also wants to kidnap Nico Robin, but that didn't work out because the three of them pulled up on him. And he's like, okay, I'm cool with your grandpa. I'll leave. And yes, I still think he could whoop their butt, but it's going to cost him. Like, he's going to get injured similar to how he got injured by, what's his name? Sakazuki. And yes, I'm putting them, all three of them together. They're jumping them together. All three of them together. Yes, they can give him that type of work because they're using haki. Ace has fire powers, and we got a boy Sabo becoming stronger. Luffy's not quite up to par, but after this, he then decides, like, I need to get more tools. So he develops his Gear 1, Gear 2. Rob Lucci is trash. Spandam is definitely trash. So they whoop all those guys up. They're not doing nothing to them. The Buster call means nothing, especially since there's not going to be an admiral. All vice admirals show up. They all got laid out, and obviously Garp comes at the end. But those are his grandsons. He's not going to kick his grandson's ass like that. He's like, okay, I'll see you guys later. So they take off. They take off with Nico Robin. I know everything is going pretty good for them if they teamed up. After this, and yes, giving them haki is a good boost to them. Plus their friendship, plus their brotherhood, power, family, brotherhood, friendship. They go into Thriller Bark. At this point, Luffy now has better control of his Gear 1 and Gear 2. He's mixing them up a little bit more because he has to compete with his brothers. It's not just, Luffy, I want to be the strongest. He's like, they let him be the captain, by the way. Luffy is the captain because they don't really care about being captain that much. But at the same time, they're like, okay, Luffy, if you want to at least claim to be the captain, we want you to be at least stronger than us. And still, he's not that strong. He's not stronger than them. He's getting stronger, but he's not stronger than them. So oars, little oars, big oars, whatever oars you use, whichever one, Sabo takes him out with one hit. Because at this point now, I do think he has the honesty impact, if you know what I mean, the galaxy punch or galaxy fist. So yeah, he galaxy fist / honesty impact. Little Oz Jr. Ace uses fire on Moria, so Moria can't really do much. Luffy has haki, so he beats up Moria too. Basically, everyone just beating up on Moria. And Moria's like, look, I'm cool, guys. I'm cool. You know what? Have your shadows back. Everyone has their shadows back. Just leave me alone. I'm cool. I don't want to even be a Shibukai anymore. Kaido already whooped me up. I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm chillin'. But yeah, after that, Kuma shows up. But Kuma doesn't want that work because he's like, they're a little strong. And since they run through Moria fast, they're not fatigued or damaged like they were in the original. Well, the original Straw Hats were in the original. So they're like, you know what? He's like, you know what? I'm going to just tell the government that you guys escaped or something. Yeah, and you guys can do your thing. Plus, he's cool with dragons. So he's like, are you Dragon's son? And all that stuff. Maybe. Are you all three of you Dragon's sons? If you are, deuces. So he teleports off. They go into Sabaody. Same thing. Luffy smacks the heck out of that stupid celestial dragon. I forgot his name. I don't care about his name. He's a giant waste of human garbage, in my opinion. And yes, I'll say it to his face. I'm like, Luffy, bro, I don't give a F. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, cool. You're still trash. I'm like, killing me won't make you not trash. You're still trash. But going back to how that goes this time, since Ace is there, Rayleigh, they talk to Rayleigh. Rayleigh's like, well, you're the son of the Pirate King, and he's like, oh, my captain tears up and all that stuff. So he's like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with you guys. When Kizaru, the Pacifista, Sentomaru, when all those guys show up, including Kuma, they handled them. I'm sure they handled them. In fact, they handled them so well that, Kizaru is like, you know what? We're already about to go fight Whitebeard, so we're going to chill and not have anything to do with this. And in this timeline, the reason Whitebeard is going to war against the Marine is not because of Ace, but it's because of Marco, Juzo, or Vista, the sword guy Vista. So I'm just going to say Marco because I'm just serious. I don't think he cared about his other sons that much like he did about Marco or Ace. So I'll say Marco. But obviously the Straw Hats have no reason to go join the war this time because they're not cool with Marco. But then Ace still has the tendencies from the original series. He's like, wait, what if we go and beat up Whitebeard? If we're the ones who kill Whitebeard, then we will have a title of Yonko or whatever. And we'll be super popular and we'll be one step closer to having the One Piece. And his two younger brothers are like, sure, bro, whatever. It's good training or whatever. Rayleigh's like, I don't want you guys to do that. You know, I'm kind of cool with him, but okay. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I'm kind of retired now, so you guys can go do your thing. So yeah, they take off to go do their thing. And yes, they defeat the Marines and Pacifistas. In fact, they mess them up so bad, not Kizaru and Sentomaru and Kuma, but they messed up the Marines and their support. They're like, you know what? We're cool. We're not trying to do this. We'll go catch those other worst generations. You guys can leave. So yeah, they leave, go to Impel Down to go try and capture Marco before he's transferred to Marineford, but unfortunately they come too late. But they ransack through Impel Down, mess it up. Magellan can't do anything because they have hockey now. Ace has fire, and yes, he dominated both of them back then, but they don't have sea stone prisons. Plus they have a boy Sabo who can now honesty impact people. He can just honesty. He can honestly impact people, you know. Unlike the other one who got it for free. We actually see our boy Sabo training and become stronger. He was trained by Garp. But yeah. Oh, his fans are gonna hate me. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't want to even speak his name right now. I'm still in a non-aggression pact with those guys. I don't want to talk about him. I don't even want to think about him. But yeah, they run through Impel Down, mess up Impel Down. Heck, they probably destroy all of Impel Down instead of set free all the criminals because they don't really care. They're like, what? F the Marines, F the government, F all those guys. We're doing what we want. We're the new people. Oh, and I want to say, by the way, by Ennis Lobby, the Marines have been attacking them way more than before because the Gorosei, they view them as super threats because number one, Luffy has the Nika fruit. Ace is the son of Gold D. Roger, and then you have this super strong Sabo kid who's essentially the next Garp, but he's a pirate. So they're like, yeah, we gotta do something. So they're sending like vice admirals after these guys, which unfortunately is making them even stronger because they're fighting against stronger opponents, and hockey becomes stronger, yada yada, in the middle of battle. They're training every arc. Every arc they're training to become stronger because they understand the challenges they have to face. Because Luffy would be about 14, maybe 15, possibly 13, because Ace would be 17 when he left, and we're going by when Ace left the island. So Ace is 17. I'll say Sabo is either 17 or 16. Then Luffy is possibly 13 at his youngest, and his oldest is 15. So yeah, that's how that goes in their age group and what they're doing. Yeah, they run through Impel Down. They go to Marineford. Now they want to pick a fight with Whitebeard. And I will say they have a good, very, very good chance of killing him. I will say that. He's going to be distracted. He's going to be fighting this guy. But then Ace is like, I don't really like jumping super almost dead, decrepit old man. That's not what I do. I want to actually be the best in the best. So he decides, he's like, guys, let's go attack the Marines. And Luffy doesn't care. Luffy's just like, as far as I'm the captain, that's his thing. And Saba's just there for the ride. He's like, yeah, as far as I'm free and away from the aristocrat stuff. So they go help. They help Whitebeard. Whitebeard does this thing. Goragora no Mi shakes up the whole island or whatever, or continent or planet or whatever. They free Marco. Yes, Marco doesn't die. In fact, they even throw hands with a few admirals here and there. Obviously, they're not the strongest admirals yet, but I'll say at this level, I'll put them at Don Flamingo's level / at a Yonko's level, Yonko Commando level. Yes, I think they would get that strong that fast if they knew hockey. They actually trained as they were training, and they fought super strong opponents that made them stronger. And Luffy still hasn't gone fourth gear / gear 4 yet, but he's way more amazing with his first and second gears. Essentially, he's like post time skip Luffy before he showed us his gear 4. He's out here switching, using both at the same time, moving super fast, using his conquerors good. And same thing, Ace has his conquerors. Ace has his Mirror no Mi. He has his Logia on. He's super strong. You have Sabo out here doing his galaxy honesty punch out here, and Garp is like, what's his name? Sengoku's like, Garp, what the fudge? What is this? He's like, what? I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these kids are. These are my grandkids. That's someone else's grandkids. But yeah, a bunch of stuff happens. essentially the Marine loses super hard. And yes, Blackbeard's there, but he doesn't do much. At this point, since Whitebeard doesn't die, and since, and yes, he's the one who turns Marco in and that stuff to become a Shibukai. But since none of his plans really come to fruition, he's like, you know, I'm just gonna hide. I'm just hide from my dad real quick. I don't want none of the issues. So yeah, that goes down. So for their reward in helping Whitebeard win, because Whitebeard wins this one, destroys Marine Force, sinks it to the bottom of the ocean. The Marines retreat, or they just die. Either one. But they in my opinion, they retreat. They whip them up so bad they all retreat. Yes, even the admirals have to retreat. The Shibukai, they all lose. Obviously, what's his name? Jinbei's not going to join the Marines because he's cool with Whitebeard, so that doesn't work out. Sure, we can still make Boa Hancock still in love with Luffy. So yeah, there you go. Essentially, I mean, I don't know how he's going to go to Amazon Lily if Kuma doesn't send him. Let's just say they just travel there just because. They're like, oh, let's check out the island with women. And she falls in love with Luffy. And his brother's like, hey, Luffy. Luffy's like, stop. I just want some meat. Pause. I just want to eat some food and all that stuff. But, yeah, after this, what's his name? Ace is like, I want to challenge you, Whitebeard, to see how strong I really am. He gets bumped up. He gets his ass kicked. But then he understands even more. He's like, yeah, I'm not at that level yet. And his brothers watching the fight are like, yeah, we need to also get stronger. And this is where the story ends. They're like, okay, let's split up around the world, go train, then meet back up in like, I don't know, 6 months. We're not going to do a year. This is going to do like 6 months or so. 6 months, then we will team up and do our thing. And like, hey, Robin, I don't know, go hang out with Luffy's dad or something. Yes, Garp tells them who Luffy's dad is. So like, go hang out with Luffy's dad or something. You'll be protected over there. So they go around and do their stuff and hang out and fight and become stronger. But yeah, I want to end it right there. Why did I rush it? Because now it's about to be 17 minutes. But yeah, give me your thoughts of how you think the pre-time skip will work if Ace, Sabo, and Luffy were all in the same crew. How that dynamic would be. I think they're just gonna be essentially Zoro and I guess Robin, because I think Sabo would spoil Luffy while Ace would be like really mean to Luffy. So that's gonna be a relationship. Like Sabo would be like, hey Ace, don't be like that with him. Don't be like that. Don't let him to be cool. He's our brother. While Ace would be like, Luffy out here messing up. Luffy's like, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's going to be that dynamic. I think the bond's going to be stronger. The fact that they know Haki push themselves, because Luffy's going to be like, my brothers are stronger than me. I need to become better. It's going to push Luffy to actually make his gears better. They're all going to be training. Ace is going to start mastering his devil fruit a little bit more, all that stuff. And yeah, you know, stuff like that will happen. Give me your version of how you think this pre-time skip Ace, Luffy, and Sabo thing will go. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Chris Platoon of channel Tell Me More A, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.